Emma dedicated her life to the tiger sanctuary in India, where she spent her days caring for the majestic felines. As a biologist, her passion was evident in every gesture, from lovingly feeding the tigers to studying their behaviors for hours on end. The sanctuary, a peaceful refuge surrounded by lush forests, was a place of safety and protection for rescued tigers. Emma felt it was her mission to ensure these animals, often victims of cruelty and exploitation, found a safe place to live. The work was hard, but the reward of seeing the tigers recovered and free was worth every effort. On that fateful night, a devastating storm hit the region, turning the sanctuary into chaos with howling winds and torrential rain. The tigers sheltered in their reinforced enclosures while Emma and the team struggled to keep everything under control. The storm lasted for endless hours, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. When the storm finally passed, the sanctuary was unrecognizable, with fallen trees and damaged fences. Exhausted, Emma began inspecting the damage, unaware that something extraordinary awaited her. As she walked through the devastated area, Emma heard a faint, constant sound coming from a fallen bush. Approaching cautiously, she found a small tiger cub, trembling and alone, probably separated from its mother during the storm. The cub was covered in mud and looked weak, but there was a determined sparkle in its eyes. Emma quickly picked up the cub in her arms, her heart racing as she realized the responsibility she now carried. She knew that every second counted and that she had to act quickly to save this precious life. The first days caring for the cub were intense and challenging. Emma spent sleepless nights monitoring its health and feeding it with a special formula. The little tiger, which she decided to name Raja, struggled to survive, but Emma's determination would not let her give up. There were moments of despair when Raja seemed to falter, but with each small progress, Emma felt more connected to him. The biologist faced logistical and emotional difficulties, but seeing Raja gain strength gave her renewed hope. As time passed, a unique bond began to form between Emma and Raja. She realized it was not just a matter of physical survival, but also emotional support. Raja seemed to understand that Emma was his protector and responded with growing trust. His eyes shone with a mix of curiosity and affection every time she approached. Emma, in turn, felt deeply touched by Raja's resilience and spirit. Together, they formed an unlikely but unbreakable pair. Despite Emma's care, Raja faced many challenges. His health was fragile, and each day brought a new struggle. However, the little tiger showed remarkable resilience. He clung to life with a tenacity that inspired everyone around him. Emma admired his strength and determination, which motivated her to keep fighting for him. Each small victory, like seeing Raja take his first shaky steps or accepting food from her hands, was celebrated with emotion and relief. Emma made a silent promise to Raja, a promise of protection and unconditional love. She vowed that as long as she could, she would do everything in her power to ensure his safety and well-being. This promise was not just an expression of her responsibility as a biologist, but also a reflection of the deep bond that had formed between them. Emma knew the journey would be long and full of challenges, but she was determined to face every obstacle alongside Raja. From that moment on, their lives were intertwined forever. But before we continue, remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you love animals and their fascinating stories. As the months passed, Raja began to grow, becoming a strong and vigorous young tiger. His growth was accompanied by an increasing sense of independence, but he still depended on Emma for guidance and support. Watching him evolve from a fragile cub to a majestic juvenile tiger was an exciting and challenging experience. Raja developed a voracious appetite and boundless energy, exploring every corner of the sanctuary with curiosity and enthusiasm. Emma felt a mix of pride and apprehension as she watched him mature, knowing that soon it would be time to prepare him for adult life in the sanctuary. To ensure Raja adapted well to life in the sanctuary, Emma began a rigorous training regimen. She taught Raja to hunt and defend himself, essential skills for his survival. Each training session was an opportunity to further strengthen the bond between them. Emma used techniques that combined natural instincts with experience gained over the years. Raja, for his part, showed sharp intelligence and a willingness to learn that impressed Emma and the other caretakers. The young tiger demonstrated incredible potential, and Emma was determined to help him reach his maximum. The peace of the sanctuary was shaken when the first external threat emerged. Illegal hunters, attracted by rumors of rare tigers in the area, attempted to invade the sanctuary. The safety of the tigers was at risk, and Emma knew she had to act quickly to protect her beloved felines. The sanctuary, once a tranquil refuge, now became a battleground. Emma and her team organized a defense, installing cameras and alarms, and patrolling the area regularly. Raja, although still young, sensed the tension and remained alert, as if understanding the gravity of the situation. During a dark and silent night, the hunters returned, this time determined to capture one of the tigers. Raja, upon sensing the presence of the intruders, let out a deep roar that echoed through the sanctuary. Emma and her team, armed with tranquilizers and flashlights, hurried to intercept the hunters. The tension was palpable as the team faced the invaders, doing everything they could to protect the tigers. Raja stayed close to Emma, showing a protective instinct that surprised everyone. The battle was intense, but in the end, the hunters were driven away, and the sanctuary's safety was restored. Despite the victory against the hunters, the sanctuary faced internal challenges. The constant pressure and fear of new invasions affected everyone, especially Emma, who felt the weight of the responsibility to protect the tigers. The relationship between the team also began to show signs of tension, with disagreements over the best way to keep the sanctuary safe. Emma knew she had to find a way to strengthen the team's spirit and renew their commitment to the sanctuary's mission. Living daily with Raja, who always showed resilience and courage, inspired Emma to seek solutions and not give up. In a critical moment, Raja demonstrated his loyalty impressively. During a storm, one of the enclosures began to collapse, threatening the life of an older tiger. Without hesitation, Raja ran to help, pushing the debris with his growing strength and allowing the older tiger to escape. Emma, witnessing the heroic act, felt immense pride and deep gratitude. Raja was no longer just a rescued tiger. He had become a guardian of the sanctuary, demonstrating that the bond they shared was stronger than any challenge they could face. The obstacles faced by Emma and Raja throughout this journey strengthened their determination. Each challenge overcome reinforced the certainty that they were on the right path. Emma reorganized the team, implementing new security strategies and promoting an environment of cooperation and trust. Raja, now an imposing tiger, continued to learn and grow, becoming a symbol of hope and resilience for everyone in the sanctuary. The promise of mutual protection that Emma made to Raja at the beginning of their journey now extended to all the tigers under her care, ensuring that the sanctuary continued to be a safe and sacred refuge. The final confrontation with the hunters was inevitable. Tensions had risen, and the threats became more frequent and dangerous. One night, the sanctuary's alarms went off again, signaling the hunters' invasion. Emma, prepared for the worst, led her team toward the invaded area. The darkness was complete, cut only by the beams of the flashlights. The hunters were determined to capture Raja, the young tiger who had become a symbol of the sanctuary. The atmosphere was filled with suspense and danger, each sound amplified by the adrenaline of the moment. The struggle for survival began when the hunters, armed and organized, started to surround Raja. Emma, realizing the invaders' strategy, used all her experience and knowledge of the terrain to plan a counteroffensive. The sanctuary, once a place of peace, was now a battlefield. Raja, sensing the urgency of the situation, showed surprising agility and courage. The hunters were prepared to face a tiger, but they were not ready for the fierce determination of an animal fighting for its freedom and the protection of its home. Emma and Raja, working as a perfectly synchronized team, moved with impressive precision. Emma guided Raja while he used his strength and agility to disarm the hunters and dodge their attacks. Each movement was a dance between human intelligence and animal power. The connection between them was evident, proof of the deep bond they had formed. Emma was not just a protector, but a partner to Raja, and together they faced the hunters with unwavering determination. The battle was at its peak, and with each moment, the hope of victory grew. The dramatic rescue occurred when one of the hunters managed to trap Raja. The tiger roared in pain and despair, and Emma, feeling her companion's suffering, ran to free him. With skills and courage she didn't even know she possessed, Emma faced the hunter directly, using every tactic possible to disarm him and free Raja. The moment was tense, each second felt like an eternity, but finally, with combined effort, Emma and Raja managed to free themselves. The danger was not yet over, but the trust between them had never been stronger. Victory and freedom came when the hunters, realizing they were outmatched and had underestimated Emma and Raja's determination, began to retreat. Emma's team, inspired by the bravery of the tiger and their leader, managed to drive the invaders away. Raja, now free from the trap, roared triumphantly, a sound that echoed through the sanctuary as a symbol of their victory. The hunters, defeated and humiliated, fled, leaving behind their equipment and malicious intentions. The sanctuary was safe once again, thanks to Raja's indomitable spirit and Emma's leadership. After the confrontation, the recovery was slow but filled with determination and hope. Emma tended to Raja's wounds with the same dedication she had shown since the first day she found him. Each care, each gesture, further strengthened the bond between them. Raja, in turn, seemed to understand the gravity of the situation and cooperated, allowing Emma to treat his injuries. The sanctuary, still shaken by the attack, began to recover. Emma's team worked tirelessly to repair the damage and ensure that such an incident would never happen again. The environment, once marked by chaos, began to reflect the peace and safety it had always symbolized. With the hunters' threat gone, the sanctuary underwent a complete renewal. Structures were reinforced, new security measures were implemented, and Emma's team grew with the addition of new volunteers and specialists. The tigers' enclosures were expanded, providing more space for the felines to move freely and live in a more natural environment. The renewal also brought improvements to the caretakers' living spaces, creating a more comfortable and efficient work environment. This transformation revitalized the sanctuary, making it an even more impressive example of conservation and care for wild animals. Raja, the young tiger Emma rescued and cared for, naturally assumed the role of protector of the sanctuary. His imposing presence and the story of his bravery spread, turning him into a symbol of resistance and protection. The other tigers seemed to respect Raja, recognizing his leadership and strength. Emma watched with pride as Raja patrolled the sanctuary, his regal posture and vigilant eyes always alert for any sign of danger. Visitors to the sanctuary, upon seeing Raja, felt the aura of safety and respect he emanated. He was not just a tiger, he was the guardian of the place he called home. Inspired by the sanctuary's success and newfound safety, Emma decided to expand her project. She began working on new educational programs aimed at raising awareness about the importance of tiger conservation and the protection of their natural habitats. Emma also established partnerships with other international conservation organizations, joining forces to amplify the impact of their actions. Workshops, seminars, and guided tours were organized to engage the community and students, spreading knowledge and passion for the cause. Emma's project's expansion was a testament to her dedication and vision for a future where humans and wild animals could coexist harmoniously. The sanctuary began to attract an increasing number of curious visitors and scholars from around the world. Scientists came to study the tigers in a safe and natural environment, while tourists marveled at the feline's majesty and the inspiring story of Emma and Raja. The international media highlighted the sanctuary, bringing even more attention and financial support. Each visit was an opportunity for Emma and her team to educate the public about the challenges tigers face and the importance of their conservation efforts. The influx of visitors also brought new volunteers and donations, allowing the sanctuary to continue to grow and prosper. Emma and Raja's story became a source of inspiration for many. Books were written, documentaries filmed, and lectures given about the extraordinary connection between a woman and a rescued tiger. Emma's courage and dedication, combined with Raja's loyalty and bravery, touched the hearts of people worldwide. Many were motivated to get involved in conservation efforts, volunteer at sanctuaries, and advocate for animal rights. Emma and Raja's narrative demonstrated that even in the most adverse situations, compassion and the bond between different species can yield powerful and lasting results. With the sanctuary flourishing and their story inspiring so many, Emma and Raja looked to the future with optimism and hope. Their relationship was stronger than ever, a testament to the power of love and dedication. Emma planned new initiatives and continued to fight for tiger conservation, while Raja remained by her side, her faithful protector and companion. Together, they faced and overcame challenges that few could imagine. The bright future ahead was full of promises and possibilities,